Assalamualaikum and greetings to everyone. My name is Aiman Osman and I am from the Faculty of Language Studies and Human Development, University of Malaysia, Kelantan, and I am pleased to present my research on my abstract entitled The Impact of English Language Global News on Students' Understanding of International Business Issues. Alright, in today's interconnected world, access to information has become easier than ever before. Through digital platforms and online news outlets, individuals can instantly obtain information about economic developments, international trade, multinational cooperation, and global market trends. For university students, particularly those preparing to enter competitive and globalized workforce, understanding international business issues has become increasingly important. One of the most accessible sources of such information is English language global news. News platforms such as BBC, Reuters, Bloomberg, CNBC, and The Economist provide extensive coverage of global economic and business developments. As English remains as the dominant language of international communication and business reporting, exposure to English language global news may help students develop a broader understanding of international business issues beyond what is taught in the classroom. As for the problem statement, despite the abundance of information available today, many students still have limited awareness of current international business developments. While formal education provides theoretical knowledge, students often require additional sources of information to understand how business concepts operate in real-world situations. Global news can serve as a bridge between classroom learning and contemporary business events. Previous studies have suggested that media exposure contributes to knowledge acquisition and awareness. However, there remains limited research examining how English language global news specifically influences students' understanding of international business issues, particularly within the Malaysian higher education context. Therefore, this study seeks to address this gap by examining the impact of English language global news consumption on students' understanding of international business issues. Alright, next to the research objective. This study was guided by three main objectives. The first objective was to determine the frequency or patterns of students' consumption of English language global news. The second one was to assess students' level of awareness and understanding regarding international business and academic issues. And third one is to examine the relationship between English language global news consumption and students' understanding of international business issues. These objectives were developed to provide a comprehensive understanding on how global news consumption contributes to student knowledge and awareness of international business matters. Alright, now let's move on to the theoretical framework. This study is grounded in the users and gratification theory, commonly known as UGT. According to this theory, individuals actively select media content that satisfies specific needs and motivations rather than passively receiving information. Media users intentionally seek content that fulfills their informational, educational, social, and entertainment needs. In the context of this study, students may choose to consume English language global news to remain informed about current events, gain knowledge about international business developments, and improve their understanding of global economic issues. Therefore, users and gratifications theory provide an appropriate framework for explaining why student engagement with global news and how such engagement may influence their knowledge, acquisition, and understanding. As for the methodology, this study adopted a quantitative research design. Data were collected through a structured questionnaire distributed to undergraduate students around Malaysia. The questionnaire measured several constructs, namely engagement with English language global news, media exposure, media literacy, credibility perception, English proficiency, and understanding of international business issues. Prior to conducting the actual study, a pilot study involving 33 undergraduate students was carried out to assess the reliability and the suitability of the research instrument. Descriptive statistical analysis was used to examine respondents' demographic profile and pattern of news consumption, and in addition, reliability analysis was conducted to evaluate the internal consistency of the measurement scales used in the study. Alright, let's move on to the findings. And the pilot study produced several encouraging findings. Firstly, the results indicated that most respondents regularly access English media, English language global news. Approximately 45.5% of respondents reported that they often consume global news, while 18.2% indicated that they always engage with such content. These findings suggest that undergraduate students are generally exposed to global news and frequently engage with information concerning international events and business developments. Furthermore, the findings revealed that respondents demonstrated moderate to high level of engagement, media literacy, credibility perception, English proficiency, and understanding of international business issues. This indicates that students who actively consume English language global news tend to possess greater awareness and understanding of international business matters. Alright, now as for the reliability analysis, an important objective for the pilot study was to determine the reliability of the research instrument. The reliability analysis showed that all variables achieved Cronbach's alpha values exceeding 0.8, which is above the commonly accepted threshold of 0.70. These results indicate strong internal consistency among the questionnaire items and suggest that the instrument is reliable for use in the actual study. Therefore, the pilot study confirms that the questionnaire is suitable for collecting data and measuring the intended constructs effectively. Now let's move forward to the significance of the study. This study contributes to both the academic and practical perspective. For students, the findings highlight the importance of engaging with credible English language global news sources to enhance their awareness of international business developments. For educators, the study demonstrates how global news can complement classroom learning and serve as an informal educational resource that supports knowledge acquisition beyond formal instruction. For higher education institutions, the findings may encourage initiatives aimed at promoting news literacy, critical thinking, and global awareness among students. Ultimately, students who are better informed about international business issues may be more prepared to navigate the challenges of an increasingly interconnected global economy. Alright, now we have come to an end to my presentation. In conclusion, this study examines the impact of English language global news, consumption of students' understanding of international business issues. The pilot study findings indicate that students frequently engage with English language global news and that the research instruments demonstrate strong reliability. The results also suggest that exposure to global news has the potential to enhance students' awareness, knowledge, and understanding of international business development. As globalization continues to influence business activities worldwide, encouraging students to engage with credible international news sources may help develop more informed, knowledgeable, and globally competitive graduates. Thank you for your attention, judges, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here to share my research with you guys. Alright, thank you and have a pleasant day.